I think we're gonna have to depend on Acro having a lot more mental fortitude than he's had in the past.
Especially after coming off of that last set, he might still be a little shaken up.
Exactly,
So,
exactly. But he's also warmed up sufficiently. So, and he's got some more Link experience. So we got Smashville PS2 banned, so we're going Battlefield. Smashville FD and PS2 banned, so we're going Battlefield here. And we've also seen that both Acro and DevStar have played 2 out of the last 3 matches were here on FD. And the first one was this exact matchup.
I think this is a stage that I think both characters can really benefit from.
Absolutely.
Gives K Rool not only just extra opportunities to land, but also some special setups with a throw on the top platform, berries from a ledge because it's hard to jump through. K Rool cannonball coming down from the side platforms, and then for Young Link it's combo heaven really. If you know your setups, then you can get some crazy to Young Link here.
Yep. Acro patiently awaiting his opportunity to get that nair in between all 3 of Dev's nairs. And I don't know what that DI was.
It looks like he was trying to pull out a bomb.
Oh, and didn't and kept his momentum a little too long. Bad landing. We've seen so many bad landings in this SDI, like way more than I feel like we've ever seen before. Just skipping past ledge entirely.
I guess it's just a lot of stake. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Uses the bomb to kind of pressure that, and he gets the down smash for it.
Yep, that's nice. Shield poking that down smash with the bomb pressure. I like that a lot. And a 41% combo right off the bat from Dev.
Bringing it back to
even. Yep.
And now he actually has the lead.
Yep. And both of them throwing out their boomerangs.
This is neutral.
Almost exactly even here. This is absolutely insane.
This is heavy even, basically.
Yeah. Well, and the funny thing is, though, is that, like, I mean, I'm not going to say Young Link is a bad character because he's far from it. But, you know.
He does have to struggle to kill him all, so.
Exactly. Boy, Dev taking a moment after that stock to just breathe. But Acro wanting to jump right back into it.
Dev making us eat our words for sure here.
Absolutely. Acro is really, he's wrongly predicted, Dev's been mixing it up, he's wrongly predicted quite a few arrows coming out immediately after the boomerang. He's thrown out counter a few times, or gut check a few times to try to get around that. And then Dev mixes it up, and then he started doing it again, so both players are adapting here.
Ooh!
That was nice. Very smooth, but he's very far behind. One good combo is the end here. Surprised we didn't see a grab there instead of the nair. But maybe he didn't feel confident with the lag that's on grab.
Yeah, very possible. It seems like he's trying to keep himself from taking as much chip damage as possible, considering his
Yep.
Like he's trying to go for clean wins instead of like trades or anything. It doesn't seem quite fun anyways. DevStar finding the forward air confirms take game 1.
What's interesting I've noticed about Dev's playstyle is, despite the fact that he can kill so well off stage, and the character is actually not that bad off stage either, we still see quite a bit of Dev playing the center, like holding center stage, camping center stage, and that's really interesting because he can do so much off stage, and I wonder if it's just because of this matchup, knowing that there's not too much you can do against Ridley off stage, but even a Z drop bomb might be able to throw off Ataraxia. I keep saying you instead of Acro. Might be able to throw off Acroraptor.
I think like holding single stage, even when you have the opportunity to go for the ledge, is just a matter of like giving yourself kind of both time to breathe as well as setting up your advantageous traps and such. Like, especially with Young Link, you can set up bombs near the ledge like while they're still waiting. And we saw Acro actually go for that as well earlier, first match, to get the down smash set up. So it might just be like, instead of risking an edge guard and possibly getting a first stage vector cell, he's kind of using that time to both give himself some time to think again, as well as to set up traps that he can be assured that Acro has to play against.
And that's a very, very good point. And I think it's also a testament to Dev's playstyle to consistently stick in the center too. Yeah, Dev is saying in the chat, I die way too often off stage, so I like staying center. And that's fair too. But I think it says a lot, even whenever he's got a lot of good kill options off stage. he's still sticking around and playing what's comfortable to him and not rushing in and not rushing down and taking a spike because he wasn't thinking whenever he went up past ledge. So,
which is good.
we see the PS2 pick.
It's interesting to see that here, actually, considering this is a stage that I think Young Link benefits from more than K Rool, honestly.
Yes, but I think it is a stage that Acro favors quite a bit. So I think it's less. I think this one is less about matchup and more about just comfortability, trying to get home in your head, trying to feel comfortable.
I get like comfort picks and all.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly, and sometimes that's more important than the matchup picks. The most important part of the game every time is headspace. And I think that's part of the reason why we've seen so many good players either get upset a little bit here or just DQ.
Because they're trying to play more optimally instead of like playing how they're really feeling with it.
Exactly, they're trying to play optimally, or they're just maybe just not focusing on headspace, or with the situation of burnout, not taking care of your headspace prior to the tourney.
Oh, for sure.
Either way, we saw Dev immediately dominate, but followed by Acro starting to pick up and almost picking up the kill immediately there, as I was saying it.
Yeah, it's basically an even stock here. Like, basically what we saw earlier in match 1 as well. Very powerful show from both one, but Acro taking the first stock this time.
Yep, and Acro taking the first stock, which could just turn the tide in the favor a little bit. Maybe PS2 was a really good pick. I was afraid we were about to see an SD from DevStar there.
I thought he was going to get for the, yeah.
Yeah, but he pulls it out. But he's got to close this stock, and honestly, because of heavies right now, because just Ridley is a heavy, Dev is way more behind right. Or sorry, K Rool. Sorry, yeah, because K Rool's a heavy. Dev is way more behind right now than I think he wants to admit in his head. He's got a lot of catching up to do. And that's not to say that he can't do it, but 78% against a heavy is not too far from death.
It's pretty substantial extra credit for sure, but at least he finds the stock before going to 100. So
yep.
And he's young, he can find the combos on the heavy. So it's just a matter of
consistently falling for these 41% combos, and this time Dev even extended the combo a little bit more right off the bat, which more or less evens this up. Very impressive.
I think this.
Yeah, sorry.
No, go ahead. It looks like they're both kind of at the position where neither of them really wants to budge an inch in terms of neutral, but they both understand that they're at very vulnerable positions themselves.
Yes.
Dev for more obvious reasons because of his percentage, but K Rool's recovery, especially against Youngling's bomb, can be a little more tricky as well, which is why he's been, which is why Dev's been pressuring with those. Finds the forward there, and yeah, this is vulnerable.
Yep. And the funny thing though is because K Rool's recovery is so volatile against bomb, it is so funny to see Dev sit there in the center. Not saying that I could do better. That's not what I'm trying to say at all. I'm just saying that like it's just very interesting to see that choice consistently be made. If Dev is that uncomfortable, maybe he's pocketing that option until it's really necessary. Playing with K Rool's crown right now, barely a percent on Dev. While he's sitting there, he has all the projectiles right now. He has taken away everything but cannonball from K Rool.
Yeah, for as good as K Rool's crown toss as a side B is, it's one of the best items in the game.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's better than turnip if you could utilize it properly. And Acro, moments away from losing this set.
It's a shame that K Rool himself can't really use it like that. Oh, uses the special property. Doesn't quite get the kill though. Yeah, if for those unaware, if you hold your shield after waiting for 10 hits, like that, you cannot stop blocking. Whenever you try to input a roll after that, you get 5 frames immediately instead of like frame 2 or 3.
That's kill. Yep, there we go. Acro really trying to pull it in. He very clearly had a game plan that last stock, and it almost worked on several occasions, but unfortunately he could not quite get that confirm in. He did a few really good jobs of prolonging himself. You saw there was that one time he threw Crown as Dev went for the forward air, and because Crown was coming back, Dev actually retreated on the second hit of the forward air, which actually extended Acro's life, but unfortunately not long enough.
He tried to make the most of his armor there for sure, and just he had a good plan going in, it just didn't wind up working out. Dev definitely caught on towards the end that he was making more use of the armor, so he tried pressuring just more directly at a shield.
Yeah, absolutely. A couple things I also saw in there. Acro performing beautifully on ledge. He's very patient on ledge, and he used a lot of those opportunities to hang there, get his, feel himself, try to figure out what Devin wanted to do. But unfortunately, it just wasn't quite enough.